Tyson intimated just a moment ago, seems to be an atomization of life. Things just do what they do. The flower goes poof, and people go this way, go that way, and so on, and that's what's happening. It has no meaning, it has no destination, it has no value, it's just like that. And when you see that, you see it's a great relief. That's all it is. But then when you are firmly established in suchness, in that it's just this moment, you can begin again to play with the connections. Only you've seen through them. But now you see they don't haunt you, because you know that there isn't any continuous you running on from moment to moment, who originated at some time in the past and will die at some time in the future. All that's disappeared. So you can have enormous fun anticipating the future, remembering the past, and playing all kinds of continuities. This is the meaning of that famous Zen saying about mountains are mountains. To the naive man, mountains are mountains, waters are waters. To the intermediate student, mountains are no longer mountains, waters are no longer waters. In other words, they've all dissolved into the point instant, to the kshana. But for the fully perfected student, mountains are again mountains and waters are again waters.
Okay, that's from the Alan Watts org on YouTube. I'm going to try to find this one. Well, there's so many good ones I could play for you. Okay, this is called Jesus Christ Mystery Teachings.
Some years ago, I had just given a talk on...
Actually, let's see what else they have here. The Kabbalion Occult Mysticism audiobook. This is Alan Watts, You Are Everything.
If you were told that you were going to be given half an hour's interview with God, and you had the privilege of asking one question, I wonder what you would ask. You might be given some preparation too, because when you think, what is your ultimate question, you'll probably do many things before you arrive at it. And I know many people would discover that they had no question to ask. The situation would be altogether too overwhelming. But many people to whom I've put this problem say that the question that they would ask is, who am I? And that is something we know very little about. Because whatever it is that we call I is too close for inspection. It's like trying to bite your own teeth, or to touch the tip of your finger with the tip of the same finger. And although other people can tell you who you are and do, they only see you from the outside, as you see them from the outside. You don't see from the inside. And so the nature of what it is that we call I is extremely puzzling, because there is some confusion as to how much of us is I. We talk in ordinary ways about my body, my feet, and when we go to the dentist to have our teeth fixed, we regard him rather as a mechanic. Like you take your car to the garage, so you take your body to the surgeon or the dentist or whatever it is to be fixed, have the parts changed or something of that kind. And they're really getting to work on that now. And so the question is, when somebody has a heart transplant, that sounds very radical, because we say, in my heart of hearts. But nowadays, most of us seem to feel that whatever it is that I is located in the head. Somewhere behind behind the eyes and between the ears is the center, and the rest of us is an appendage, a vehicle, which carries the self around. Now, popular speech also reflects the sensation that I am very different from what we call the other. Other people, other things, anything that we can become aware of is sort of other. There is an opposition, apparently, between the knower and the known. And so we talk about facing reality. We talk about coming into this world as if somehow we didn't belong. As if instead of being leaves growing out of a tree, we were a lot of birds that had alighted on bare branches. And it has become common sense for most people living in the 20th century today to adopt the 19th century philosophy of science, which interprets the physical universe outside human bodies as being a mechanical contraption, which is essentially stupid, unfeeling, automatic, composed of mainly geological elements, rocks, gases, and so forth. And therefore we feel rather alone and left out of this thing, in contrast with the ideas of Ptolemaic astronomy. Instead of being at the center of the universe, we are on the outer limits of a minor galaxy, revolving around an unimportant star on a small, minute ball of rock. And therefore...
Okay, I'm going to read you from the Tao Te Ching. This is Lao Tzu. Without going outside, one can know the whole world. Without looking at the window, one can see the ways of heaven. The farther one goes, the less one knows. Thus the sage does not go, yet he knows. He does not look, yet he sees. He does not do, yet all is done. To become learned daily, to obtain Tao, reduce daily. Reduce and reduce again, until all action is reduced to non-action, then no one is left. Nothing is done, yet nothing is left undone. One who gives freely and without attachment gets a full life in return. One who gives with the secret hope of getting is merely engaged in business. Truly, they neither give nor receive any of the treasure from this world below heaven. The sage has no fixed heart of his own. Those who look at him see their own hearts. Those who are good he treats with goodness. Those who are bad he also treats with goodness, because the nature of his being is good. Those who are truthful he treats with truth. Those who are not truthful he also treats with truth, because the nature of his being is truthful. The sage lives in harmony with all below heaven. He sees everything as his own self. He loves everyone as his own child. All people are drawn to him. Every eye and ear is turned toward him. Again and again, men come in with birth and go out with death. 1 in 3 are followers of life. 1 in 3 are followers of death. Those just passing from life to death also number 1 in 3. But they all die in the end. Why is this so? Because they clutch to life and cling to this passing world. I hear that one who lives by his own truth is not like this. He walks without making footprints in this world. Going about, he does not fear the rhinoceros or tiger. Entering a battlefield, he does not fear sharp weapons, for in him the rhino can find no place to pitch its horn, the tiger no place to fix its claw, the soldier no place to thrust his blade. Why is this so? Because he dwells in that place where death cannot enter.
For that astronomical way of looking at things is simply overwhelming. It makes us feel.
Tao gives all things life. Te gives them fulfillment. Nature is what shapes them. Living is what brings them to completion. Every creature honors Tao and worships Te, not by force, but through its own living and breathing. Though Tao gives life to all things, Te is what cultivates them. Te is that magic power that raises and rears them, completes and prepares them, comforts and protects them. To create without owning, to give without expecting, to fill without claiming. This is the profound action of Tao, the highest expression of Te. That which creates the universe is the mother of the world. By knowing the mother, one knows her children. By knowing her children, one comes to know her. Such is the unity, that one does not exist without the other. Fully embrace your life, and you will share in the glory of creation. The mother herself will be your guardian, and all her creation will be your guide. Stay with the mother, shut the mouth, close the gates, and you are never in trouble. Abandon the mother, open the mouth, be busy with others, and you are beyond all hope of rescue. Seeing your own smallness is called insight. Honoring your own tenderness is called strength. The sun in all its glory reveals but a passing world. Only the inner light illumines eternity. Only that light can guide us back home. Have faith. Follow your own shining. Be aware of your own awareness. On the darkest night, you will not stumble. On the brightest days, you will not blink. This is called the practice of eternal light.
Not only of no importance, but also very much left out. And as a result, that is the common sense of most people living today. We did, of course, have a religious view of our nature, that we were the children of a loving God who is in charge of this whole operation. But very few people actually believe that anymore.